Derek, next season heading into the 40th anniversary season of the NLL, and you've been keeping eyes on it since it's first started. Can you give us like just some thoughts or feelings about how it's changed over these 4 decades?
It's evolved a lot. I mean, just like a lot of professional sports do. If you look at most of them, they evolve over time, and ours is relatively new compared to, I guess, all the major professional leagues. So, I mean, back then, I think when it started, there was maybe 4 teams. Then it went to 6 teams. Even when I played in the early '90s in Buffalo, we only played an 8-game season, and playoffs were sometimes just 1 game. And the game itself has evolved from up and down, like a 3-line sport, kind of like hockey, where it's more specialized with offensive guys and defensive guys and transition guys. So it's evolved, and back then we only, in the early '90s, you dressed 15 runners, that was it. So you'd play a lot and play in most situations, so it was a little different than it is now. You'd play both ends of the floor, offense and defense and special teams, and so it's evolved a lot, and from I think from a player perspective too, the game's gotten better in terms of the financial side of it. I think the safety side of it, the officiating and all of that has evolved for the better, I think.
Did you know at that time when you were involved in those first few years that this thing had such legs, like that there would be such longevity to it? Could you tell?
Not really, no, because there was a lot of attrition, like teams in, teams out. When the league started, it was owned by 2 guys. They weren't franchises. So each team, where they funded the teams, they operated the league, and then I think in 1998 is when they sold franchises, and it changed a little bit then from that perspective. Yeah.
People don't typically do something for decades anymore. Like most people get a job and then they get a new job and they sort of switch careers. And here you are, you're just like a train moving through this lacrosse. But how has it sustained your interest and your focus for so long? Like what keeps you going?
I have great passion for the sport. I have passion for the league. I've been fortunate to be with an organization like the Rush for a long time, and prior to that with some good organizations as well. It's one of those, I think, leagues and sports, it's kind of hard to leave. And I mean, I've tried a few times, but I just, again, as long as I'm enjoying it and we're having success, and it took us a little bit time to get back to where we're at now, but we are having some success again, and as long as I'm happy with it, I'm enjoying it, and the players want me around and ownership wants me around, then we'll see. I just kind of go year to year now, to be quite honest. I really do. So, but I'm still enjoying it, and I'm kind of accustomed to the grind of it because I've been doing it for so long, and it gets tiring at times. It's getting late in the year and been a lot of travel, and there's been some difficult travel at times.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just all part of it, and I look what the players go through. They're the ones that really have to get out there and grind, and we just have to kind of grind in a different way.
People always talk about teams being like families, and in the lacrosse league, in the National Lacrosse League, there also seems to be so many actual families that work in it, like the Accioni brothers and like all those different types of families. And you have such a wonderful thing here where you get to work with your son. Now, as a parent, or like as a player, you probably recognize that a lot of adversity that you went through or mistakes you made helped you develop your character and helped you develop your skill in the sport. But as a parent, so you probably recognize that as a player, but as a parent, did you feel like a little bit of a desire to protect your son from some of the bigger challenges that come with being a professional athlete?
I think maybe a little bit. I think he probably had a little bit of an advantage growing up because I kind of coached them like professionals at times, like in terms of how we played, what my expectations were. Just in terms of building good habits. So that was kind of something that he kind of grew up with from a young age. And you know, Ryan, he's never been the most talented player, the most athletic guy, but he's always worked extremely hard at it. And again, he's a guy who's got a lot of passion for it, and he goes through the grind every week and the travel and all that. But you know, he's put up with me for a long time, and you know, which can be difficult. I think I always say, like, I was probably harder on the guys like Haas and Shanksy and the guys that I coached when they were young, Ryan, and there's a whole bunch of guys in the league that, you know, I was pretty hard on because I wanted them to get to this level, and I tried to coach them and teach them at a professional level even when they were young. And that's kind of how we built our programs when they were young, and in minor lacrosse and in junior A lacrosse. So, and then he gets to this level, and I think it was just kind of second nature to him.
Yeah. So you doubled down on the adversity. Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of like the relationship, like, I mean, I've said this before, we're, you know, coach, GM, player when we're here, and we get away from the game, it's different. You know, we enjoy our time together, and you know, we certainly I've always enjoyed our time together. We like to fish together, and when he's around at home in Ontario, but yeah, I mean, we have a good time with it.
Great. Well, thanks for your time. We really
All right.
appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Heather.